Well, good evening. I want to welcome you to this awesome event that we're going to have tonight. My name is Missy Hydes, and I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to hop on. Sometimes they need to get notified that it is starting. So if you're on, I'd love for you to say hello, maybe comment where you live, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I might put my earbud in. I don't know if it'll pick it up now. We'll see. But if you can hear me okay, maybe click that you can hear me or say, hey. I don't know if my earbuds are going to pick up. I probably should have put these on before I started. Anyways, I don't think it's going to pick these up. All right, I'm going to keep these out. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. My name is Missy Hydes, and I'm just so glad that you are on tonight to hear a little bit more about how to have a side hustle with a busy life. I think that we live in a day and an age where some of the things that we hear all the time, or that we might say all the time, are things like, I'm so crazy busy. You know, it's May, it's the end of school, it is graduations, it is showers for weddings, it's vacations are starting. You know, there's just so many things that we all have going on in our lives. And so my desire tonight is to share with you how I believe it is absolutely possible to have a really awesome business. You can call it a side hustle. To me, I don't know if it's a side hustle when it is has the capacity to be as generous as it is for us. This side hustle that started, you know, several years ago has now become the primary source of income for my family of 6. So sometimes to me to call it a side hustle seems silly, but it can be absolutely done in super part-time hours, and I'm going to talk about that tonight. So for those of you that are just jumping on, my name is Missy Hydes, and I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I am married, and I am the mother of 4 girls. So they are 11, 8, 6, and 3, and they are actually sleeping in the other room, and I love that. I love that I get to do, sorry, I got new hair, and so I'm learning what to do with it. But I love that we get to share and work our businesses really from our phones. If you could see the setup right now, it is not professional in any ways. I literally have 2 boxes and a picture frame that is holding my phone up. And so you can do this business, you know, in these nooks and cranny time. I just put my 3 little ones to bed. My biggest one is getting herself ready for bed. I've got pajamas on the bottom. I'm going to be heading to bed as soon as I'm done here, but I can take a few minutes and I can share Arbonne with you. I can share about this business opportunity, and I love that. I often say that this business is hyper mobile, meaning you can take it with you wherever you are, with whatever your life looks like, okay? And we're gonna talk about that, because here's the thing. I think that everybody has very limited time. It doesn't matter if you are a full-time working, you know, person, whether you own your own business, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a college student, whether you're retired and you're taking care of your grandchildren. Like, nobody has time, right? It's like we get more technology and we get more convenience, and yet we are more busy and more stressed out and more strapped for time. And so you might be interested or open to the idea of having a business with Arbonne and learning a little bit more, but your biggest hesitation is time. And so I want to really address that tonight. That's going to be the focus of what I'm going to touch on tonight. So for those of you that maybe don't know what Arbonne is, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share my story really quickly so that you can maybe relate to it, or maybe some of it will kind of just speak to you. But I was introduced to Arbonne 14 years ago. So I was 24 years old at the time. I had just graduated from college. I was working full time. I was newly married. My husband and I were living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we were sharing one vehicle. He had a master's program, a master's degree, but it was a time where he was looking for government jobs, and multiple branches of the government were on a hiring freeze. And so his best option was to become a barista at Starbucks. Don't know if you've ever been there. Maybe you're there right now. And I was working full time. And so our finances were very limited. Our time was limited. He was having to get up at 4:30 in the morning to get to the store, to open the store. I was working Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. You know, just was all of these very, just not awesome hours. And then the money that we were making for those hours wasn't awesome. So we would do things like we would valet. We had a friend who had a valet company, and so we would go, and on the weekends we would valet and try to scoop in some extra money around Christmas and things like that. And so, you know, I just remember many times thinking, gosh, we have done the plan. Like, we went to school, we graduated with honors, my husband has a master's, and yet we're still in this place of like kind of hamster wheel life. And it really, there wasn't anyone offering us other solutions. The only other solutions were keep doing what you're doing and hope that you get a different result, which is insanity, or go back for more school. But going back for more school means you accrue more debt, right? And so when Arbonne came into, like, kind of in front of us, it just made a lot of sense. And it was simple, it was straightforward, and I saw an opportunity for us to create choices. And I can tell you, now fast forward, that it absolutely has. If you see the sign behind me, it is one of my most favorite phrases. It is really the passion of my heart, is not only that the she is me, that I designed a life that I loved, but that I am very passionate about helping other people design a life that they love, because life is really short, you guys. We aren't promised tomorrow. And too often we work and live waiting to experience and enjoy life when we retire. And too many times people don't get to retirement, or they get to retirement and they don't have the finances to do anything. And so they have to keep working. And so I believe that Arbonne can absolutely be a fit for people, and it can absolutely be a fit in the nooks and cranny time. So this is a business that has really three advantages. We have an advantage in the products that we offer. Arbonne was started in 1980 by a Norwegian entrepreneur. We have a European standard to our products. We are very missional in what we are sharing. Arbonne is the #1 global company for healthy living inside and out. And what that means is that we look to really help educate and provide people with the resources and the tools and the education for them to achieve better health, better skin, better results in the body, okay? And so we do that really from the inside and out. We focus on getting people great topical skincare products, body care products, cosmetics, hair care, things like that, so that they are not creating a toxin burden on the body. We also do it from the inside out, primarily with our 30 Days to Healthy Living nutrition program. What I love about that program is it's customized to you. You get the information, you get the full package, and then you get to figure out, along with our assistance and kind of guidance and recommendations, what you need for the conditions that you are struggling with, okay? We don't make claims to heal people. We don't make claims to diagnose people, but what we certainly do is we educate people, and we come alongside of them to give them the tools and the resources that you need to have better results for your health and your body. And I love that. That is something to be proud about. That is something to get excited about, because I believe that everyone who encounters Arbonne is left better than they were before. And I love that that is what our business gets to offer people. The other thing that we offer people, the advantage is you have a community. You have a place of people encouraging you and just helping you to develop personally. I know a lot of people in their profession, they have like professional development days. in this community, you get it 24/7. And I love that. I love that some of my best relationships and the people that really challenge me and also encourage me and love me are found here in Arbonne. And then the last advantage that we have is in this business. And so I want to speak to that just for a few minutes, because this is absolutely a business that you can work into the nooks and crannies of your day. Why is this business hypermobile? It's hypermobile because you can take it wherever you take your phone. And guess what? You take your phone everywhere, like into the bathroom, everywhere, right? You don't ever leave your phone. I mean, I just find it funny that my phone has become this like extended member of my body. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I hate that it's that way, but it's true, right? We have it by our bed. We take it to the bathroom. We set it on the kitchen table. Like, it's in the car. It's in the back pocket. It is everywhere, okay? So instead of just using that time to mindlessly look at things or pin things or read things, you can use that time to generate income. When you start to create more income into your life, what it does is it creates time. Think about that. The more income you can create, the less you're going to have to work, which means you have more time. You have more time to do the things that you want to do, the things that you need to do, instead of spending all of your time working in order to yield a certain amount of paycheck. Okay? So I'm going to give some examples of different people that I work with, different people that I have relationships with, whether they're in my immediate business or someone that I know, to give examples of all kinds of people that are in Arbonne. Okay, so just within the last 90 days, there have been 3 people that have promoted to the vice president level within our team. And what that means is that they're making an income ranging from $4,000 to $14,000 per month. They're doing it on 10 to 15 hours a week. They now get a paid for Mercedes and lots of other perks. These are ladies that, and it can be men too, but these are particularly are ladies that were working full-time corporate jobs, working 50, 60 hours a week. One is a pharmacist. Another one that's about to promote is a full-time working teacher, okay? All of them have children. Do you have to have children and be working full-time to be busy? No, absolutely not. We have people that are in college full-time and they're working, 1, 2, 3 jobs just so that they have enough finances to pay for school, pay for the apartment, pay for the credit card bill, all of those things. We have people on the team that do in-home child care. They have no time because people show up at their house and drop their kids off so they can go to work at 6:30 in the morning, and then they don't pick them up right till 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. They're still having time to work this business because this business is hypermobile and you do it from your phone, okay? It doesn't matter what your busy is. I'm not here to tell you what your busy looks like or what it should look like or what it doesn't look like. Whatever you're doing in your life, I can guarantee that you feel busy. You feel like your plate is full and the idea of adding something to it is hard to wrap your mind around. But I can promise you that you will see example after example after example of people in this business who are just as busy as you. Because guess what? No one wants to trade their busy for someone else's busy. We just don't. It's like as busy as we feel like we are, we know we are, we really never want to trade our busy for somebody else's. And so everybody that is being successful and growing their businesses are doing it in these nooks and crannies, pockets of time. They're just managing their time. They're utilizing the time. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have an iPhone, and so on Sunday mornings I get a report of how much screen time I've had. And I'm like, that's the worst report that they could send out, because it just, yes, I have a social media business, and so I am on my phone a lot, but it also is that fact of like, gosh, there's probably a lot of wasted dumb time spent right on those phones. And so using that time to create income so that you can create time. Okay, that's what this is all leading to. So you can work this business into the nooks and cranny time, whether you're sitting in carpool waiting for kids, whether you're somebody that travels for your job and you're waiting in an airport, or you're hustling in an Uber from job to job, or maybe you're in the medical field and you're like, I have no time, but you can carve out 30 minutes in the morning or 30 minutes on the way home. You can find the time. You can absolutely find the time, and we will teach you how to do that, because this is not a business that requires large chunks of time. Arbonne is a social network marketing company, and we simply are making recommendations of products that we believe in and a business model that we believe in that we know people are better for after they've been introduced to it, right? And so we get compensated, we make income per making those recommendations. We don't get paid to sign people up. What we get paid on is the product that is moved through our businesses per those recommendations, okay? But there are some huge points that I want people to understand. We don't carry inventory. You are not going to load up your house with Arbonne product and then redistribute it. It is a direct ship business, okay? You make a recommendation, they go to your website or they go to the app and they, connect to your business. They make an order. It gets put on a UPS truck and delivered to their house, and you get paid income for that recommendation, okay? You can't find business models like this. They don't exist. They exist in social network marketing, and Arbonne is the best of the best. We don't also have any sort of requirement of people, of sponsoring it. Again, we don't get paid to sign people up. We don't promote on a certain amount of people in our businesses. That creates an awesome culture where we can really love people wherever they're at. We don't have minimums. We don't have weird quotas. We don't have auto ship requirements. Like, it is so clean and straightforward that any catch that you think you might find in Arbonne, you won't find it. We just don't have it, okay? So this is absolutely something that I believe can fit into your life. Again, whatever your life looks like, because you just reach out to people, you make some recommendations, you can send a video, and here's the thing, send them this video. If you're like, oh, I think I want to do this, but I don't really even want to take the 20 minutes to explain what this is all about, awesome. You don't have to. You can just send a video and someone can check it out, okay? There are lots of ways. We say that we have a lot of tools in our toolbox for Arbonne, and if your schedule cannot possibly fit one more thing into it, I believe that then you take this tool of being hypermobile and virtual and running your business, 95 to 100% from your phone, and you do it that way. There's other ways that you can run this business. You can meet with people for coffee. You can gather in groups. I love those things, but I have a little bit more time. Time is not, my biggest need right now, or even something that I'm constrained in. So I enjoy that. I love on a Tuesday grabbing coffee with someone at 10 o'clock. If your schedule allows for that, you can build your business in that way, in a really genuine and authentic way. And you can build it really in a genuine and authentic way through your phone, okay? So there are so many perks to Arbonne, but I want to keep this really short. I really just wanted to share the message tonight that if you have had your curiosity piqued about what is Arbonne, you're seeing posts, a couple days ago we had payday, and it was just incredible to see person after person after person sharing what those paychecks are doing for themselves and their families, because this typically, the drive behind starting a business is typically to help ourselves, right? Help ourselves have more time, help ourselves have more finances. But quickly what we identify is that as we are sharing this with people, and as by sharing and partnering with people and teaching and training them to do what we do, we continue to get the benefit of that, then it becomes so much more about helping other people and that impact that we can have. Because one of the things I didn't touch on is that this business isn't solely based on your own effort. And again, that's massive. If the only way that you're earning income is based on you showing up, or you performing a service, or you making a craft, or you doing some sort of skill, if you ever get in a situation where you can't do that, more than likely your income is going to stop. This is an income that is produced through a network of consumers consuming product and consultants building and sharing the products and building their own businesses. And it's such an incredible way to generate income. Okay, so last thing that I want to say is that there are 4 different management levels that we have within Arbonne. There's lots of perks, but I share these because I want to give perspective, because if you're like, man, I don't have any time, but I would love to go part-time. I would love to have my summer off so I don't have to put my kids in daycare, for the next 90 days. I would love to be able to take a vacation or replace full-time income. It can run the gamut. First management level is kind of like a car payment. It's $250 to about $1,000 a month. Second management level, average income is around $1,200 to $3,000 a month. This is like a house payment. Think of the stress level that would be relieved from your life and your thoughts if you were making an extra $2,000 a month. It might allow you to go part-time. It might allow you to not have to watch kids in your home anymore. It might allow you to not have to work that second job. It might allow you to not have to do anything else other than go to school and build an Arbonne business, right? You have so many more choices when you start to create that kind of income. Third management level, average income here is around $4,000 to $14,000 per month. This is matching and replacing, maybe surpassing full-time income. And then the fourth management level, this is kind of household income. This is, or beyond household income. This is around $20,000 to $25,000 a month. Okay, again, this is just a place where you get options. You get choices. You can do as much or as little with this as you want. But what I'm here to dispel tonight is that you don't have time to build this business. You don't have time for this side hustle. You don't have time to create another stream of income. You do, and we can absolutely and confidently teach you how to do that. So thank you so much for hopping on. The person that invited you, they're all going to circle back with you and answer questions that you have. Just have conversation with them. Be really honest. Get your questions answered. Tell them your hesitations. Tell them your concerns. Ask them those nitty-gritty details of like, okay, well, what do you do in those 10 hours a week? What does that look like? How do I work this into the nooks and cranny time? I'm sitting in carpool. How do I build this business? They will tell you all of that, and it's so systematic and simple. It's a very simple business that I am confident every single person can do and find the time and fit it into their life. So thank you so much for hopping on tonight. We so appreciate you, and we love that you took a little bit of time out of your super busy life to hear just a little bit more. And so we hope you got value from this. And again, just circle back with the person that invited you, because here's the last thing I'm going to leave you with, is that if you got invited to this, it's because they see something in you. We get to pick who we work with in this business, and we're kind of picky because who we work with is a reflection on us. It's a reflection on our reputation. And so we get to choose who we work with. And so if someone invited you, that means they think highly of you, they see possibility and potential in you, they believe in you, and they know that this would be a huge blessing to you and your family, your finances, and your time. So you all have a great night. Love you so much.